Have you ever felt like no matter how much you practice, your cello playing just isn't improving? If you want to make a change into that, well, this video is for you. Hi, I am Ilia, professional cellist and cello teacher. I've been teaching for years and I have seen so many students, beginner to advanced, hitting plateaus. And guess what? Most of them were stuck because of the same mistakes over and over again. So in today's videos, I'm going to break them all down and most importantly, how to fix them. So stick with me for the next couple of minutes and let's unlock your potential together. The first and biggest reason people don't improve: ineffective practice. Yeah, but this is so straightforward. Well, yeah, but it gets to all of us. You know, just spending time with your cello doesn't mean that you'll get better at it. If you're practicing on autopilot, playing through the pieces from the beginning until the end without fixing any mistakes, you're reinforcing of bad habits instead of improving. And of course, I actually made this mistake when I was younger. Of course, you know, rise and shine, young and healthy and this, and I thought I could, you know, take over the world. And I thought if I just played the piece enough times, I would magically get better. Yeah, but in reality, I was just repeating the same problems over and over again, you know, in this vicious circle. But it wasn't until I learned to break things really down in small chunks and practice slowly that I started seeing real progress. So the solution: break pieces into small sections, slow them down, and focus on solving problems one at a time. Quality over quantity. If you're getting value out from this video and you want to see more cello lessons, everything that has to do with cello, then consider to subscribe to this channel. Another huge issue: poor fundamental technique. If your posture, bow hold, left hand positioning isn't solid, you're making things way harder for yourself. And what is the worst part? You might not even realize it. A little example: I once had a student who had been playing for years but always was struggling with shifts, you know, very easy shifts, first to fourth position. And he couldn't figure it out. Well, it turned out that he was holding his thumb too tightly into the neck, and of course that was, you know, blocking him for shifting. So releasing the thumb a little bit, boof, suddenly in a few days he could shift normally. And he did not realize that because it is difficult, you know, to pay attention to everything. So it turned out that his thumb was gripping the neck too tightly, you know, holding him back from everything. The moment we fixed that, the next day already he could shift flawlessly. The solution: get feedback from a teacher or an experienced player. You know, fixing these small things right now will save you years of struggle and frustration. There are so many good teachers over there, both locally and online. If you ever need my help online, you can find more information in the video description below. Here's something that I see all the time: fear of making mistakes, which is normal, of course. But if you're playing too cautiously, never experimenting, or afraid to sound bad, you're holding yourself back. I remember when I was preparing for a big performance, I was so afraid of messing up things, and it turned that I was playing, you know, shy. But my teacher at the time told me mistakes are part of the process. Play with confidence even if you mess up. Well, ideally, no mistakes. But still, that was a game changer for me. So instead of avoiding mistakes, embrace them. Play boldly, explore different fingers and bowings, and push your limits. Remember, every mistake is an opportunity to learn. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time that you have used a metronome? Let me know in the comment section below and be honest. Many cellists struggle with timing because they only focus on intonation and sound. But if your rhythm is unstable, your playing always will be unpolished, and that is unforgivable. So, how are we gonna deal with this problem? Well, very easy. Make the metronome your best friend. Use it in slow practice, gradually increase speed, and don't just rely on muscle memory. Develop an internal sense of rhythm and pulse. Now, this is a big one. I get so many students get frustrated because they don't see instant results. Well, the cello is a big and a very demanding instrument, and progress takes time. If you're expecting to sound like a pro in no time, you're just setting up yourself for disappointment. You know, a baby also doesn't learn to walk after 2 weeks. Trust the process. Improvements, they come in waves. Sometimes you feel stuck, but sometimes everything clicks. That's the way it is. Stay patient and the progress will come. But on one condition: consistent practice. If you're practicing in isolation with no feedback whatsoever, how do you know that you're actually improving? And it's so easy to miss your own mistakes or develop habits that will hold you back. I see everywhere on the internet people mentioning that they're playing the cello by themselves without a teacher. Fine. Some of you financially they can't reach it, but if you have the possibilities, go search for a teacher. That will help you a lot. It's very important to get external feedback, whether it's from a teacher, a fellow musician, or even you recording yourself. The more you or someone else can spot the errors and fix them early, the faster you'll progress. Yeah, I get it. Scales and etudes aren't always the most exciting part of the practice, but skipping them is like trying to build a house on sand. There was a time in my life that I avoided to play scales because I found them extremely boring. But once I started to work on them consistently, everything changed. Everything got better. Intonation, finger speed, everything. So make scales and etudes part of your routine. Even 15 to 30 minutes a day will make a huge difference. Don't skip them. If you want to kill your motivation in 1 second, well, then you start to compare yourself to others. Once upon a time when I was younger and I watched incredible cellists and I was like, oh gosh, I'll never be that good. But at the end, I was just following my path, have great teachers, everyone has its own journey. And comparing myself to someone 10 years ahead wasn't really helping. Focus on your progress, celebrate small wins, and compare yourself to where you were yesterday. And now comes the best part, which is if you are burning out, your progress will slow you down, obviously. Staying motivated is just as important as your technique. Make practice enjoyable, play music that you love and you're able to play. Set small achievable goals and mix up your routine a little bit. Of course, if you're having a teacher, he or she can of course help you. And remember, progress isn't always linear. Sometimes taking a step backwards helps you moving forward. So which of these mistakes do you think is holding you back the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more cello related content like this one. Keep practicing smart and I'll see you in the next one.